The rise in global temperatures, which began notably around the mid-19th century, was initially not widely recognized as a significant issue due to natural climate variability and rapid industrialization. However, by the late 20th century, scientists had begun to establish a clear correlation between human activities such as burning fossil fuels and deforestation with rising temperatures, attributing about 85% of this warming to greenhouse gas emissions like carbon dioxide, CO2, and methane. This global phenomenon first emerged in countries with industrialized economies, such as the United States and Europe, where energy-intensive manufacturing processes and transportation sectors emitted substantial amounts of CO into the atmosphere. By the early 21st century, scientific consensus solidified regarding anthropogenic contributions to climate change, prompting widespread international efforts led by the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, in 1997. The Kyoto Protocol emerged as a result, aiming for binding emission reduction targets among industrialized nations. Despite these initial steps, progress was slow and uneven. Developed nations initially resisted binding commitments. Key milestones include the Paris Agreement of 2015, which set aspirational goals to limit global temperature rise well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, with an aspiration for efforts leading towards limiting warming to 1.5 degrees C. By 2040, countries had committed to net zero greenhouse gas emissions by mid-century. Significant strides were made in renewable energy adoption. Solar power capacity grew at a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of over 37% globally, from 2010 to 2020, while wind power saw a CAGR of around 26%. These developments have had measurable impacts on societies, economies, and industries. For instance, the insurance industry reported $45 billion in climate-related claims between 2019 and 2020, with direct property damage costs estimated at approximately $8 billion. Meanwhile, the global economy could lose up to 1% of GDP annually by 2060 if greenhouse gas emissions continue unabated. Yet, improvements have also been seen in agriculture yields. Studies indicate that for every degree Celsius increase above pre-industrial levels, maize and wheat yields may drop by as much as 5%. Looking ahead towards the year 2050, continued global action is critical to mitigate catastrophic climate change impacts, including widespread loss of biodiversity, extreme weather events, and escalating food insecurity. AI-driven optimization for energy efficiency, sustainable agricultural practices, and advanced infrastructure resilience can play pivotal roles in achieving these goals. Optimal climate policies must balance short-term economic challenges with long-term sustainability benefits. Ultimately, collective action will be essential to avert the worst effects of rising global temperatures.